Welcome back, everyone, to GameZone Birdroom.
GameZone.
Hello.
GameZone.
And of course, it's not the GameZone Birdroom without all the birds. What have I got for you today, guys? I've got a great big wad of video games here to show off my May 2021 pickup video. And first of all, we're going to start off with the reproductions. I know, how dare you get more reproduction games, James. But, you know, they are cheaper. These games are quite expensive. First up, we're going to have the Firemen. I think it was a couple of months back, Tootie UK showed off this game. I think he picks up the cartridge and showed a little clip in the corner. And it looked bloody brilliant. And you know what? I played the emulation on my Super Console X. I absolutely love the game. It really is a great game. Again, I got this from AliExpress. We'll leave the links in the description below. And the production of these games are so good. Really, really great quality. And for £12.33 with VAT and postage, it worked out about 16 quid. So, you know, under £20 for really good quality. It looks great on the shelf as well. Another, you know, I'm not going to resell these games. These are staying in my collection, and they look good on the shelf. So, I'm very happy with them. Next up, sticking with the reproductions, we have Sega Dreamcast Carrier. It's a sort of a clone of Resident Evil. And you know what? I'm enjoying playing this at the moment. Really, really great game. Reminds me more like Deep Fear. The fact that you're on a ship instead of a submarine. You're in the middle of nowhere, middle of the ocean, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and you're on a ship filled with zombies and monsters and other creepy crawlies. So yeah, not the greatest graphics, but still looks good. Nice sort of smooth high res textures like the Dreamcast did always. You know, even now the games look pretty decent. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Again, like the original Resident Evil's Deep Fear, it's got some real dodgy acting voiceovers. So bad it looks like it's dubbed actually, because the speech isn't in line with the mouth moving of the characters. Funny. Shouldn't be. It's supposed to be a survival horror game, but fucking brilliant. Next up, we've got the original Xbox. And first, the original Halo. The game that started off this huge franchise. Never played it, because he played number 2, 3, 4, but never played the original, so very happy it's in the collection. Yeah, this is the one that started off. One that made first person shooters very viable. Yeah, the impact that this game had on first person shooters is massive. And you know, after this became a mega hit, you had like the Call of Duties, the Battlefronts, all them type of games become huge successes, and that's owed due to this game. Next up, we've got a fighter. Do like my fighters, my beat 'em ups, and this one is Dead or Alive 3 for the Xbox. Really beautiful looking game. Although saying that, they've always been very good looking games, that they, from the original arcade. The Saturn version was beautiful. PlayStation PlayStation version was gorgeous as well. So they kept in line of being absolutely gorgeous looking games. Very playable as well. A lot more sort of like arcade. It's sort of in between Tekken and sort of Virtual Fighter series. It sort of doesn't take itself too serious, but it's got the gorgeous graphics, and then it's got some sort of unbelievable moves that you wouldn't sort of be able to pull off in reality. So yeah, it's got a good mixture of both. And obviously it was famous for its lady movable front lumps. That's why everyone played that game back in the day. So yeah, Devil May Cry 3. What's next? Should we have the PS1? Now I think we'll have the PS1. And first up we've got Tonka touring cars. Do like the touring car games, and this was a lot better than Sega touring cars. Actually, the graphics on this as well back in the days it's a pretty good looking car game racer. Obviously, it's made by Codemasters. They're legendary for their racing games. All the way back from I remember them. They probably even go back further, but from Micro Machines. Great little racers they were. So yeah, Tonka touring cars. You could do all your sort of 2-player mode, championship mode, single race, time trial, all that sort of stuff. All them goodies. So yeah, glad to have that back in the collection. Next up we have Gran Turismo. Only recently have I played this series, and that was Gran Turismo 3 for the PS2. Bad, isn't it? I've seen Big Game Out play this. Gonna watch them videos again so I know what I'm doing. Because that man, when it comes to racers, he knows exactly what he's doing. So looking forward to playing this. Where it all began. Got over 290 licensed cars in this game. I mean that's massive at the time. I don't think any car game at that point when this came out had that many. Multiple tracks. Is it 11 tracks? Look forward to getting that game. A go, should I say. Don't know, I can't speak today, I don't know why. Probably because my back's giving me a bit of drip. Next up we have the Sega Saturn, and I'm really happy with this little lot. 4 Japanese Sega Saturn games. Picked them up for 3 of them for £40, which was brilliant. Then another one which was $14.99. Forgot to tell you the price of all these, didn't I? £2, £3, £2. They are complete as well. Discs in pretty nice condition. And £3. Mega Drive, Sega Dreamcast, that was £2. $6.99 from Resurrection Games. Definitely worth looking at that website. Really great reproductions. Price is right, and they work really well. And again, AliExpress, I already mentioned the price on that game. Yeah, and next we have the Sega Saturn games. And I've done really well on these Japanese versions, but I'm enjoying, I'm liking what I'm seeing at the moment. Yeah, first up we have the eBay one, which I bought for $14.99, free postage. And that is All Japan Pro Wrestling, featuring Virtual Fighter characters. They're two extra characters, especially where their fighting style is wrestling, so they sort of merge quite well into this game. Yeah, it sort of reminds me more of the N64 games, especially like No Mercy and WrestleMania, where they sort of introduce more of the reversal maneuver in it, which you can do a lot of that in this game. So it's not all button bashing, which I like. It's sort of you got to think about it. They give you like a little indication up in the corner, which to press that right, you'll reverse it and do a high end manoeuvre really on your opponent. It's more done like a 2D fighting game as well. Your character's moving just sort of one direction, which helps as well. Nice 3D backgrounds, 3D characters. Not in Sega high res mode, but the game does look fantastic. Great graphics. Next up we have, this is part of the free bundle I got for £40, £35.50, and I think it's £4.50 for postage. And yeah, I'm really happy with these three games. This was £10, and that is Anarchy in Nippon. Nippon, is it? Probably messing up the pronunciation of that games, like I do most of the time. But yeah, I really have enjoyed this. I've only played it a couple of times now, but man, it's in Sega's high res mode. It looks gorgeous. Apparently, some of the Virtual Fighter team wanted to make another fighting game. Sega wasn't having it. They said no, Virtual Fighter is going to be our main fighting game for this year. So they quit the company. They made their own company, which is KSS. And yeah, and this was the fruit of their labour. And you can tell it's very Virtual Fighter style. The 3 button setup, block, kick, punch. And yeah, great looking game. I love that it's so sort of plain. Like the characters aren't plain looking, but they just look like ordinary people. You've got like a bit of sort of punk looking person, someone who looks a bit like a banker. You're everyday people really. It's really great. And one of the characters I won't mess until I show you the footage, who I think it looks like. So yeah, great little fighting game. Next up we have, I already showed number 3, the original Dead or Alive. Beautiful looking title, again in Sega's high res mode. Yeah, great looking game, plays wonderful, bit more arcadey again to Virtual Fighter. Yeah, I can't really say much more. This was the game that introduced the bouncing front arms. There we go, that's all you need to know about the game. Go out, buy it, just for that. Ooh. And next up, this is the one I really wanted, and got it for, maths isn't too good, £35.50, yeah, this was £15, yeah, X-Men versus Street Fighter. At the moment, this is my favourite fighting game on the system I've got at the moment that I own. I used the 4MB cartridge for extra frames of like sprites. It's just such a gorgeous looking game. It really is a gorgeous looking game. Obviously it has the two player mechanics that you can tag your partner in. Oh, it's just, well, with Street Fighter vs X-Men, what more do you want? What more do you want? Brilliant fighting game. I'm absolutely having a blast with this at the moment on the Saturn. And yeah, and even the Japanese title can go for quite a fair bit of money. So got a great deal from Tom, who I think's on Retro Realm. Really nice guy. Well, that is it from games I bought myself. I've got a couple more games that were gifted from me from a couple of legendary YouTubers. The first one is David Retro Games Played Badly. Absolutely brilliant guy. Go subscribe to his channel, watch his channel. Very funny bloke. He does your usual pickup videos. Gets involved in the community by doing VR responses. He just absolute star really. And yeah, he gifted me this game. I was going to try and swap it, but I've not got anything to swap at the moment, where I sold all my stock before I moved. And he said, no, just have it as a house welcoming present. So cheers Dave, much appreciated, my man. And yeah, and that is at the height of when WWF and WCW were really going for it in the rating wars, and that's WF Warzone. Absolutely loved this game. Played a match today, which I've captured, which I will show on next video, next time on the GameZone, which I'll show. And yeah, I was Mankind. Got a great selection of characters in this as well. You've got Austin, The Rock, Bret Hart, which must have been his last time in a WF game until obviously he reappeared in 2013, 2K or whatever it's called. So yeah, this must have been his last time appearing in the WF game. Owen Hart, Arman Johnson, Farouk, Undertaker, Kane, British Bulldog, Mankind, Triple H. So you've got a great selection of characters. I mean, fucking full with their top stars at the time. You've got weapons matches, cage matches, tag team, single, championship. So yeah, great mixture of games. And you know, it's fairly easy to play. Found it easier to play more than its sequel, WF Attitude, which was, I didn't think was a particularly good game. But this one I actually like. So Dave, again, thank you, bud. Absolute legend. And now talking about one legend, going to another legend. Recently been nominated for YouTuber of the Month. Again, go and check out his channel, subscribe to him, and that is Georgie /Gaming. And actually, I was expecting one game, which was FIFA, and FIFA 95 or FIFA 96, which I have actually got. But yeah, he put he changed that for one game that I've always wanted to play. Never played the series, and I'm a big fan of Resident Evil. I have played Dino Crisis at a friend's house, but I've never played Devil May Cry, which you call yourself a gamer. Never played Devil May Cry, massive franchise. Are they on number 5 or 6 now? I can't remember. But yeah, never played this series, so I am looking forward to giving this a bash and see what it's all about, because I do love my survival horror games. So yeah, cheers for that, buddy. And next up is, I mean, this is in great shape. The manual's all nice and neat, and it's got 3 legendary games on here. It's Mega Games 1. Don't know how many actual Mega Games they released, but this is obviously the first one, and it's got 3 cracking old school Mega Drive titles. You've got a Super Hang-On, Columns, and then you've got World Cup Italy 90. So yeah, really happy with that. Again, I mean, when I put it's got its manuals, it's just dropped out. When I put that cartridge in the system, it played straight away. Really nice and clean. They're probably the best Mega Drive box I've got, actually. So yeah, chuff at that. And he added a little bonus into it as well, and this is a fantastic game. I really love this series. I think it started off in the arcade. I could be wrong, or it might have just started off on the Master System, and that is Super Fantasy Zone. Brilliant, colourful game. Not the most high-tech shooters out there, especially on the Mega Drive, which are real more sort of fancier ones like Thunder Force 4 and that sort of stuff. But cracking little game. If you never played it, definitely look this up. We'll be getting a repo case for this, because I think it deserves to be added to the Mega Drive collection at the back. And I like them to be in boxes. Never too fussed about the manuals, but I do like them to be in boxes, so you can just, I don't know, sometimes I just come in here and look at the two bookshelves I've got, and just look at the covers. You know, some of them are, the artwork are great, and yeah, no exception. Great game. Really pleased with my gifts, guys. Thank you again. Go and subscribe to their channels. Watch them. They're brilliant. They're legends on the tube and in the gaming community. And that is it. That is it. I will show off that one game I've got coming. It is a Sega Dreamcast game, and it is a survival horror. Here's a clue. So that is it. That is another GameZone Birdroom done and dusted. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Button bash that like, subscribe, hit that bell, and take it easy.
GameZone.